think most people wonder why occupational therapists use movement, right? The reason we're using movement is we want to actually address their learning. Okay, we want to address their gross motor, we want to address their fine motor, we want to address their cognition, their learning. And how do we do that? We want to address their brain chemistry. Brain chemistry is very strongly affected by movement. Movement, heavy work, deep pressure. The first system we work on is movement, because the child, when they're teeny tiny, little tiny infant, a few weeks old in the mother's womb, the first sense that they get, once they have brain waves at around 6 weeks, they are actually sensing movement. So that's their first sensory system. Because it's the first one, it affects every other thing. It affects their eyes, their visual, their auditory, their fine motor, because that's the proprioceptive system. So all systems are affected by movement. The second system to be affected is actually their muscles, their proprioceptive system, pressure from the mom. So we're addressing heavy work, because that also addresses their brain chemistry. The first one I was just talking about, which was movement, the vestibular system, that affects histamine in the brain. Every single connection of your billions of connections in the brain that occur must have histamine available. We want to increase that level to increase pathways of learning. So that's why you'll see all this movement equipment and climbing and balls, etc. The reason is we want to increase the alertness of the child, but we want to increase that histamine level so they allow them for increased learning. Then the next system we always really want to work on is heavy work. Heavy work addresses serotonin. For people in sports are always moving and working. You know, you're contracting your muscles in every kind of way. So we call this heavy work, where we're pushing bolsters, having them roll their own body up a wedge, climbing on a rope ladder, which moves. So they're getting movement. They're having to adjust their body. So there's a lot of heavy work. We have weighted animals. We have weighted balls. A lot of heavy work is involved. The proprioceptive system is the serotonin. That's what it addresses. And then it includes, I feel good. Child is feeling better, they really will learn much more appropriately. The other one that kind of is connected with it is deep pressure. That's why when there's that running, you're getting pressure, you're getting movement, you're doing work. Deep pressure is dopamine, reduce the adrenaline levels. Very important for children, especially with special needs. Very often, you know, there's anxiousness going on, you know, fear going on. So we want to reduce that. It all connects together to increase their learning. So really, that's really what we address. Obviously, you're going to be seeing tables all over where we're addressing the actual skills, which are the fine motor skills, the visual motor skills, eye-hand coordination, putting things together. But first, we always work with the whole movement system.